can't do the sound effects that I got doing with my mouth. All right. All right. Anyway, yo, that is that call. I want to look. Hold on. Before we get into it, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor and everything. I gotta pay a little bit of bills. So hold on. Quick little intermission, real quick. Hold on.
And some drama yet to be unpacked here in Memphis, 16-0. The Showboats leading the Broncos with 15 to go.
Girls game. How you feel about that call?
You can't make that call.
Yeah, that call was bullshit.
I don't like that. Not with the game on the line.
Hell no, you don't call no offensive.
So this is my cut up moment of today, sponsored by Master Barbers in Erie, Pennsylvania, 226 West 8th Street, Erie, Pennsylvania. Y'all, you up here, you need a haircut, that's where you go, Master Barbers. They are the best in town, I'm telling you. You heard them in the chair. They talking about it everywhere. You cannot make that mother effing call in the game that late when you're playing basketball. I don't care who it is. You cannot make that damn call. You can't do it. You can't do it. How in the world do you even make that call? Now, I'm not saying that it was a bad call. I'm not saying it was. She threw the elbow up to extend her body inside the cylinder. You put your elbow down, your body slim. You put your elbow up, your body, it widens out. She put that elbow up. She moved that leg was moving. I seen that. I'm not denying saying that it wasn't. You could have made the call. But what I'm saying is the referee has to swallow his whistle at that point in the goddamn on game. You cannot make that call in the world of sports in the way that it is set up right now. You can't do it. How could you make it? You just shouldn't, especially with betting being in sports. That looked like the most fixed game that ever had that just hit recently. That looked fixed because of that call in that game. You let Paige take that shot. If she misses that shot, they get the rebound. Good. Iowa wins. Looks fair and square. They had their chance. There's no controversy. But when you're down by a point, okay, I'm done. And that cutting up moment was presented by Master Barbers, Erie, PA, 226 West 8th Street. And I will let Shad go ahead and take it.
I mean, you know what that call shows. It shows that you have a player, a historic great player, and y'all have put the player over the coach. Now remember, last week or maybe the week before last, I read off the quote that Gino Auriemma said in terms of the transfer portal, right? Mm-hmm. Again, Gino, arguably the greatest female college basketball coach of all time, arguably. The NCAA essentially said, your cachet, you don't have it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have it anymore. And that would be the equivalent of in a situation like, let's just hypothetically say, like when the Patriots is on their run with Tom Brady, right? And Tom is marching them down the field for a field goal. And say it was right at the edge of the kicker's, like, last second, like right at the edge of where he could kick.
When they cheated the Raiders.
He kicks the field goal, and they throw the flag for holding. I mean, that's the equivalent of that. Like, you are the GOAT. And they just said, we want to see South Carolina versus Iowa. We want to see undefeated team against, like you said, she still could have missed the shot. No harm, no foul. But we ain't gonna chance it.
Right. You cannot make that call. You know what I'm saying? We got, she's saying, Katie Alma saying I was the tournament's great white hope at South Carolina will dog walk them. You got South Coast Kane saying it was a Terry Porter moment. It was the worst. This is by far this just knocked everything out. This will forever go down as one of the worst calls in sports history. And that referee is going to catch holy hockey sticks, whatever he is, bro. He just is. It's just when I seen it, I say, man, it wasn't look, and it wasn't a bad call, bro. It wasn't a bad call. It wasn't. It was a moving screen, right? You could call that, but that late in the game, you just can't, man. You got to swallow the whistle, man, and it's fixed. We know it is. I wonder if they're going to how many people is going to if Ashlyn Watkins is going to be in foul trouble, Camila Cardozo is going to be in foul trouble. I wonder if that is going to happen in that game. I wonder if that's going to happen in that game. I can see that happening now because Camila Cardozo is a bulldozer down low. Everything goes through her down there on that team. We seen that. Ashlyn Watkins had 20 rebounds the last game. UConn, they should have just put them to bed when they had the chance to, really, and not even let the game get that close. I don't see Iowa getting past South Carolina. Me neither. I really don't see that happening. I really don't see Iowa getting past them. But we had to talk about that today. We had to talk about this call, that call on the fans' point of view. And we got what the hell we're talking about. That was a clear moving screen. Unfortunately, I didn't say that it was a bad call, Cuban. I said that. Look, I said it was a moving, but you can't make that call in that game, bro. You can't make that. You can't. You can't make that call in the game that late. You cannot make that call that late in the game. You swallow your whistle. It wasn't that obvious of that happening. The girl still damn near fought through the screen. Man, oh man. And I do know that, Katie. I do, man. I do. I mean, I hate it. I really hate it. I really hated that. And I do know that. I do know that they're gonna do that. But what up with everybody out in the chat? What's going on with everybody up out here? What's going on? What's going on, man? But that's all I gotta say about that game. And I wanted to bring up that call, and I wanted to see how you felt about that call, bro. And you broke it down.
But we can say this though. They got their revenge on LSU last week because 2 games have occurred since we last recorded. So they got their revenge on LSU. You know, she went out. She gave them that 40 piece, extra crispy. so I mean, but you know, it was only 2 matchups that were gonna happen at the end of this year. It was either gonna be LSU, South Carolina for it all, or it was gonna be a combination of Iowa versus LSU, or Iowa versus South Carolina, or LSU versus South Carolina.
Ain't nobody who gonna mess with South Carolina right now though. Who do you see Iowa being South Carolina? What's the outcome of that game? Who you pick? No. You know who I got. I just said it.
You know, because the thing about this though is I think this is a bigger stage than what Iowa was on last year playing LSU, because you're literally about to play the most dominant female basketball team in college basketball. So I mean, it's a little bit different. Now, I think if they pull this out, no funny business. Caitlin Clark goes out there, puts on a show, a parade. Then maybe the claims of her being the greatest or one of the greatest, I mean, it kind of validates it. But right now,
bad. Caitlin Clark bad. She is good. I mean bad in a good way. The girl can ball. The girl can play some basketball. I ain't taking that away from Caitlin Clark. Is a dang on dog on the court. She's a hooper, baller. However you want to put it. She's very smart on the court. But not only does South Carolina have a hell of a coach, they're a great team playing together. I don't think I expected them to be this great, saying the way that they just had 5 girls go to the WNBA the year before. She just built this team from scratch just that quick, and they wound up being undefeated and one of the best ones. But South Carolina is about to get them something that they ain't seen all season long. And it's going to be a rude awakening. However, South Carolina is known to play tough. as the mainstream media calls them, and I hate it. It's bar fightish. I hate that. The whistle is going to be blown frequently in that game. They're going to try to get those girls into foul trouble. Um, and I'm sure they're aware of that situation and how that's going to play out. But I got them, South Carolina, just dogging them. I don't know how bad it's going to look, but Caitlin Clark is going to get her points because you got to let Caitlin Clark score. I don't know how much they're going to want her to score, but she's going to score. She's going to score, but I don't see them beating South Carolina. No way, no how. But this was a very upsetting game, man. Yes, and I agree, Katie. I agree, Katie Allman. That was a good one. That was a good one. Don Staley won't repeat Mulkey's game plan. South Carolina will be in. They will. I believe that. I believe that. That's a good take. I believe that. That's exactly how that's probably going to play out. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they will. So let's get the moving on to the next one. And I see you, Cuban. I seen that. I seen that. Also was good for best for women's sports. I seen that out there too. That maybe that's has a lot to do with it. I mean, Caitlin Clark is selling out everything. You know, she is